Congratulations!
Yeah. Congratulations, Erika SLEZAK.
On March 17th, Erika SLEZAK celebrated her 40th anniversary as Victoria Lord Davidson on One Life to Live.
Here's to you, Erika.
Viki?
Oh, hon, come on in, please. I need to talk to you.
But let me start by saying that I've made up my mind. I'm going to the reunion in Buenos Aires, and I'm taking Al.
Yes. Yes, I understand that. It was very unfair of me to ask you to stay.
I understand how you're worried about Tina, and so am I. If I felt my staying would do her any good.
Actually, Larry Rolake and I have come up with a way that you could help her, we hope.
What do you want me to do?
I would like you to take Al and go and visit Tina in prison. I've spoken with the warden. He thinks that it may very possibly help Tina. You see, these delusions that she's been having about Maria undoubtedly stem from stress and from depression. And being cut off with everything that is familiar to her is only adding to the pressure.
Yes, I agree.
Well, she loves Al very, very much. And I think if she could only see him, if she could hold him in her arms, it may give her back some of her strength and her will.
I know what you're talking about. Al's very small. Maybe he wouldn't notice where we are. He certainly doesn't know what prison's all about. He would be able to tell that he was with his friend Tina, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would.
And he does miss Tina. I have to admit that, Viki. I mean, he can't say so, but I can tell.
Will you go?
Well, look, what am I going to tell Tina? Do I tell her about my trip?
I don't know about that. You have to play that by ear. I mean, it probably should come out, and it probably will, but you must assure her that you are coming back.
Oh, I intend to. But what if all this blows up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't think that far. All I know is we have to try this for Tina's sake. We simply have to try. I think it would do her a world of good to see you and Al. I mean, you were her friend. You still are her friend, right? Max is on his way over here. Perhaps he could drive you to Statesville.
All right. All right, we'll go.
Thank you.
I'll get Al, and we'll head off to Statesville. Try and save Tina.
You'll have this functioning in time for the press conference, won't you, Ardsley?
Just partially, enough so you can show it off.
Warden, Max Holden. I brought in Gabrielle Medina and the baby to visit Tina Roberts.
I'm not sure I did the right thing by bending that rule, but I have a lot of respect for Victoria Buchanan. And if she thinks a visit with the baby will help Mrs. Roberts...
Listen, I just spoke with your assistant. He said the psychiatric evaluation is scheduled for tomorrow.
That's right. Dr. Robert Breton will be conducting it.
Great. Well, I'd like some information on the doctor. So if you have any files that I could borrow, Tina's lawyer would like to go through them and check his credentials.
There is a mistaken impression in town that the only prisoner I've got here is Tina Roberts. Can't you see? I'm in the middle of setting up a computer control center.
Oh, and a mighty fine computer control center it is too, sir. But, I mean, how long will it take to sign these authorizations? A minute, the most?
Stay put. I'll be right back.
Excuse me, is that phone hooked up?
Sure is. I'll be back in a minute.
Great, thanks. Hey, Viki? Yeah, hi, it's Max. Got big news here about the evaluation. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, he's looking up the shrink's file right now. No, you tell Jeff I'll bring it by. No, Gabrielle and the baby are waiting to see you right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, see you soon.
Hey, we're supposed to move some crates out of here. Where do you want them?
Friend of yours, Jamie?
Oh, yeah, a real close friend. Listen, beat it, Buzz, will you? Max and I would like a little privacy. So, how you doing?
Trying to control myself. Wouldn't be too smart to murder you right here now, would it?
No, but I'd love for you to try.
visitor. Who is it?
One you want to be at your best for, Tina. Are you ready?
I don't know. I'm kind of weak. It's not Maria, is it?
No, of course it's not Maria. She's dead. You know that, Tina. Why do we have to keep telling you that?
I saw her die right before my eyes, but she's alive now.
Tina, please. Stop doing this to yourself.
Why are you being so nice to me? When I first got here, you hated me.
Most of the inmates here are bums. They deserve to be here. But you don't deserve what you're going through. Here, come on. Get yourself ready for your visitor. That's better.
Gabrielle? Oh, and my baby. My baby. Oh, honey. Honey. Oh.
When you only have one life to live.
Well, here's a problem, Larry. Screw stripped.
The truck looks like it's got about 80,000 miles on it.
Yeah, well, it's always been one of Kevin's favorites. I must have fixed it 10, 12 times.
Oh, of course.
Hi, Sam. I thought you were on your way up to Statesville.
Yeah, I got about half an hour yet. You go visit Tina?
No, actually, I'm going up there for the press conference that Warden Perkins is holding for his new computer command center.
Well, you see Tina while you're there, right?
Larry, you came back. Hi, Cord. Max just called from Statesville. He's going to bring the file on the psychiatrist who's going to see Tina tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's great. Who is it?
She didn't say. Max didn't say. But if you can stick around for a while, he'll be here shortly.
No problem.
Good.
Good. Viki, is Tina still the same?
No. Possibly a little worse. See, Gabrielle took Al to see her.
Oh, Al? Just bringing the baby into that hellhole? Hey, take it easy.
Oh, come on. What is wrong with Gabrielle or you for letting that happen?
Cord, come on. The baby doesn't know that it's a prison. He only knows he's seeing Tina.
So what if something happens to him while he's there?
What's to happen? She's in solitary confinement. No other prisoner can hassle her.
Well, let's hope not, huh?
It's not my problem, right?
Is Kate all right?
Yeah, she's been working a lot over at Sanders Chemical lately. I moved in over at Sanders Mansion. Did I tell you that?
Clint mentioned it.
Well, it's working all right so far. How long is Gabrielle going to be there? How long? When is she going to be home?
It'll be a while. I tell you what, you're going to Statesville, you'll see Tina. Maybe they'll still be there.
Why is everybody pushing me to see Tina?
Hey.
You know, she is no longer my wife.
Cord, you got a real burr under your saddle today. Now, what is bugging you, huh?
I don't know, Clint. You know, I came over here to get some kind of a progress report to see how things were going, and next thing I know, I'm getting sucked right back into the mess that Tina is into. All I want to do is go on with my life. You know, be with my fiancée and not ask her to be more patient and understanding about what's happened with my ex-wife. Now, I don't know, maybe that's totally irrational.
Of course it isn't.
Well, fine. So I'm going to go over there, I'm going to do my photo assignment, and I'm not planning on seeing Tina right now, all right? But I may change my mind once I'm there. If I do, then I will come back here and I will tell you how it went. If I don't, then I will give you a call and find out what's happening with this psychiatrist who's going to meet with her, all right?
Fine.
Take care, Corey. Well, I'm trying.
I think that boy is feeling guilty by trying to stay away from Tina.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I hate pushing him, because I understand the conflict that he feels. But I also believe that he could possibly help Tina just as much as Al might help Tina. I mean, it's his mother who caused this whole mess. And if anybody can convince her that Maria is actually dead, maybe Cord can. I don't know, maybe I'm looking for simple solutions.
Well, let me call Ginger Watson this evening.
Who's she?
A psychiatric nurse. She used to work at Cromwell and Llanview. As a matter of fact, she was going to work at Statesville. She's very experienced. She might be able to fill us in on this doctor who's going to treat Tina.
All right, well, I've got this truck fixed. I'm going to run it up to Kevin and brighten up his day.
Honey, would you stop in the nursery and see if Jessica's still sleeping?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Oh, Larry, I wish I'd gone with Gabrielle. I'm dying to know how it's going with Al.
Al, my goodness, he's grown so much.
Has he really?
Well, you know, you see him all the time, so he can't tell. But not me. I mean, in my mind, he was never this big. Of course, everybody around here will tell you my mind's pretty worthless right now.
Tina, you're just having a hard time adjusting to this like any of us would.
Adjusting? Yeah. Like, never mind. Why don't you tell me about what's important, like about Al and you and Viki tells me that you're staying at Llanview
for the time being.
Well, that's wonderful. Then you won't be leaving Llanview, and then you and Al will be there when I get out.
Tina, I cannot promise you that we'll be there for the rest of our lives.
You mean you don't know if you and Al will be there in 20 years when they finally let me out of here?
Please don't do this to yourself.
Gabrielle, unfortunately, I am sane enough to know that I have about zero chance of getting out of here alive. And pretty soon the shrinks are going to come in here. And they're going to tell me that Maria is not alive and that I am out of my mind. Anyway, that's not what you're here to talk about, right? Have you seen Cord?
Occasionally. Not very often.
You mean he doesn't come by to see Al?
Tina, he has to emotionally detach himself from Al. He really does.
Well, what about Max? Is he being a good father?
Sort of. It's Steve who spends most of his time with us. We're, getting to know each other better.
Oh, you mean romantically, don't you? Well, that's good. As long as he doesn't marry you and take you away from Llanview.
Tina, there's something that you should know. And I don't want you to worry about it, and you must take my word for this.
Uh-oh.
Look, there's going to be a family reunion in Buenos Aires, and I got a letter from my cousin the other day. They're longing for me to come down and join them, and they want me to bring Al to show the family.
And you're going?
I'll only be there a week.
No, Gabrielle, you can't do that. No, you're going to take him and you're going to get down there and you're going to want to stay there and I'll never see my baby again.
No, don't get upset.
No, you can't take away the only thing that I have to live for right now. You can't take him. I knew this was going to happen.
Now stop it, all right? If you get upset, you will upset Al. So just calm down. He's missed you, so hold him and love him. All right? And don't think about things that aren't worth worrying about.
He has missed me, hasn't he?
Of course he has.
I've missed him. I've missed him so bad. You know, sometimes I can't even let myself think about it. Because it hurts so bad. Oh. But I have him now, and you know, at first I didn't want you to bring him here to this place. I feel so much better holding him in my arms again.
And stronger, I hope. Strong enough to fight the system and ghosts.
Maria's not a ghost, Gabrielle. She's real. She's as real as you and me. This wonderful little baby.
You must love Tina being in prison. She may as well be dead as stuck in here.
That's right. She's too fragile. It's gonna be a rough place. It's not for wimps, Max, I gotta tell you.
She didn't murder Maria Roberts.
Hey, haven't you heard? Maria is alive and well and living in Statesville. Careful, Max. Watch your manners. The guards here love to break up fights, and they can be pretty tough.
Not too tough for you, huh?
I don't cause any problems. I select my friends among the cons and the personnel, so yeah, I do okay in here.
You're the one that has Senator Montaigne strung up?
The Montaignes have nothing to do with me. I just try to keep out of trouble the best I can, like everyone else. Only it's obvious that Tina's not going to make it. She doesn't have the guts or the brain.
If anything happens to her in here, I'm coming after you. I don't care if I have to break into this place and bust you out just for the pleasure of breaking you in two. just trying to defend myself.
Oh, I know you started it, Sanders.
That's wrong, Warden. Hold him through the first punch, ask him. He's honest, trustworthy.
Yeah, I threw the first punch, but he goaded me into it. He's been the one after Tina.
I'm a model prisoner, Max. Ask the warden. He'll tell you. He hates me, but he'll tell you.
Sanders, you and Buzz were supposed to clean up those boxes. Holden, Nurse Dixon has the report on Dr. Breton. Take it and get out of here.
I gotta pick up those visitors at Tina's.
Fine, then you can all leave.
Yeah, one more thing, Warden. This guy that ran down your daughter, Allison, he's no model prisoner. Keep your eye on him.
That's enough. There was no trouble in here until you arrived.
Yes, and I know all about Jamie Sanders. I don't need your advice.
Yeah, right.
Now, Sanders, get back to work. There's a press conference in less than 3 hours. Dixon?
Wait a minute. I need to see the nurse. I think he dislocated my shoulder.
All right, all right.
Which one?
The 5. I want to know about the shrink for Tina.
He's competent. It's possible he can work with Tina and get rid of her delusions about Maria Roberts.
And then she'll finger you? Well, maybe you better do something about that.
I already have a plan. The solitary block won't be guarded during the press conference because of extra duty here. Tina, being as loony as she is, will do something very self-destructive.
Oh, that's too bad. Do you think she'll die from it?
I'm afraid so.
It's time for Al to have his apple juice. Would you like to give it to him? You brought it here? Yes, the guards have it in a bag. Shall I get it? No! Why?
No, you don't. Just throw that stuff out.
Why? I don't understand.
Because Maria will poison it.
Now, look, I cannot sit here and listen to you talk about Maria like this, Tina. Maria doesn't exist. You must stop these illusions. Please. Now, I don't have much more time, and I want to promise to you again that I'm only going to be in Argentina for 1 week. And then I'm coming back with Al and Steve.
Steve's going with you?
Yes. And we all have round-trip tickets.
Well, I know you'll come back. And you're Al's mom. And you're my friend. You wouldn't do anything like that to me.
I am your friend. That's very true.
Max!
Hey, baby, and with my other baby. How's the reunion going?
Oh, it's going so well. I don't want it to ever end. But Gabrielle says she's going to Buenos Aires and she's going to take Al, but she says she's going to bring him right back.
Well, of course she is. His daddy lives here, and so do you. You give her the picture?
Oh, stop.
I should have known.
This is the most recent picture I have of him. There you go.
Oh, Al, you look so handsome, don't you? Look at you. Oh, no, honey, no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this up on my wall. Yes, I am. Well, when Maria comes, I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to ward her off with it. Wait, what's this? Alonzo Medina Holden?
Yes, Tina, I renamed him Alonzo after Don Alonzo. But we can still call him Al. I'm sorry.
How could you do that? How could you just whip Al Roberts just right out of his life? That was a nice thing I did. I was trying to do it.
Tina, it's nothing.
You never even asked me. You never even talked to me, just like you didn't ask me about going to Argentina. In fact, now you gave him a nice Spanish name, so he'll just fit in right there, so you don't have to bring him back, will you?
No, that's not true.
I can't even believe this. Every time I turn around, somebody is doing something like this to me.
Time's up. Doctor gave you 50 minutes. Tina, what now?
She's going to take my baby away, and she's never going to bring him back.
Tina, we cannot leave like this. Somebody's crying over something so silly. Al is still Al. He's the little baby you helped bring to life.
You take him out, please. Get him out of this awful place. Leave me alone.
Okay. Tina, it's all right. I love you. Al loves you. We both love you.
Was their passion a thing of the past?
You cost my wife my job.
Or had lust bred revenge?
Natalie was upstairs.
He stood in the doorway and stared at me.
She wanted me to stay.
He said I had to pay for what I had done.
So I got what she owed me.
He raped me.
The truth is, you seduced my son.
No!
She uses sex to get what she wants.
You made yourself available to him. You made love to him right here in my own house.
Between desire and denial lives the truth.
We did not make love.
All my children.
And as you know, we've lobbied long and hard for this. It's a major advance in prison security, and once it's fully installed, Statesville will have the most modern control center of any prison in the country.
Will the doors and alarms be controlled through it, Warden?
That's exactly right. Now, if you'll just look at this section, you'll see there's a light for every cell block in the facility. Although, at the present time, only cell block A and cell block C and solitary are hooked up. Now, should anything happen, a fire, a fight, a garden trouble, it will register here. A light will go on, the alarm will go off, and we'll know instantly where the source of the trouble is.
Could you hold that pose right there, Warden? Thank you.
So after Tina had accepted the fact that I was going away on a trip and she had nothing to worry about, that I would come back with Al, it was the changing of the name that totally upset her.
It was frightening. It was like the name symbolized all of her losses or something.
And she also sees me as part of a conspiracy that's out to get her.
She said that?
No, it was in her reaction, it's sort of like one more thing.
Did she talk about Maria?
Several times. It got so bad that I almost had to shake her. I don't know, she just won't accept the fact that Maria's dead. I understand now what the two of you have been going through when you go to see her. Viki, what can we do? I'll postpone the trip. Anything that will help.
Larry, you found anything in that file? Brenton's going to be fine. I mean, as far as I can tell, he's very qualified.
Do you know it?
No, we've never met. But I'll call Jim this evening, try and set up an appointment to meet with him. I feel it'll help him to know what kind of effect Maria had on Tina's life. Because I better get on home, make some phone calls.
We'll walk out with you.
Larry, thanks for all your help.
Oh, yes, I appreciate it, too.
I hope we can do something. In the meantime, good luck with your family reunion.
Thank you.
Thanks. You're here.
Right
Bye. Shouldn't Steve be picking you up soon?
Yes, we should be leaving for the airport in about an hour.
I can't tell you how glad I am that the two of you seem to be clicking.
Yes, grateful, I should think. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was a bit bitter, wasn't it?
Oh, just a tad.
I guess that there are some lingering feelings about how nice it would be if I was showing up at the family reunion with the father of my son. My husband. The way it was supposed to be.
I said I'm sorry, you know that.
Yeah, I really do know that. I'm proud of the way I'm ready to face them with Al. With my head held high.
And I am proud of you for that, too. Guess you have learned a lot living here, huh?
Yeah, I've learned about nerve, Tina.
All right, there you are. I saw Viki and Clint outside. They said you'd be in here in the kitchen. Yeah, I was just having a little talk with Gabrielle here, saying how happy I am she's taking Alonzo to meet the family. And how glad I am his uncle is going to be on her arm.
Alonzo. How perfect! Even though the child is not half Mexican, at least his Spanish blood is being recognized. The family, of course, will fall in love with Alonzo, and they'll be so happy to see Gabrielle again, they will forgive her for having him out of wedlock. And then, you know what's going to happen, don't you, Tina? Well, of course you do. The family is going to beg and plead and talk Gabrielle into staying in Buenos Aires among her people. You know, her own culture And then you, the liar and phony mother of Alonzo, will never, ever see that little Zoe again. No! No!
Oh, shut up, Maria, please. No, she said she'd never do that.
Once alerted, the operator can throw a few switches. Show them, Marsley. And within a moment, all doors, all cell doors, corridor doors, doors leading in and out of the facility can be locked simultaneously.
Excuse me, Warden. What happens if an inmate gets in here and learns how to control the system? Isn't that just inviting trouble?
Of course. But no con will ever learn it. Only our computer operators will know the secret keys to the functions.
So let's say if someone takes the operator hostage and forces the secrets out?
Please, you're indulging yourself in hypothetical dramas that will never occur.
Yeah, well, murders and suicides aren't supposed to happen here either, Warden, right? Oh, no, wait. What's happening right here? This light is flashing for solitary. What is that? What's going on?
That's the fire alarm signal, but it's not ringing. The computer is not fully operational, and we still have a few bugs to iron out.
What if there is a fire there?
Well, the matron and the guards
I'll
will...
check it out right now, sir.
Hold on.
Mr. Roberts, you can't. I don't know how one woman can cause so much ruckus in here.
What about the Espanol, bro?
Well, what about it? I got a very beautiful translator along as a traveling companion.
Oh, that you are in love with, too.
Mm-hmm. I'm very much in love with my translator.
And Gabrielle told me that she had invited you and you had accepted. I can't tell you how thrilled I was.
Yeah, me too. I tell you, Max, I would marry Gabrielle in a minute, but I have to keep reminding myself that she's just starting to love me. She's not quite where I am yet.
Yeah, we'll give it time. This trip's going to do wonders, mark my words.
Yep, with any luck.
Smoke down here.
I know. That's Tina's cell.
Tina! Girl, are you all right? Got it.
Get her out of there.
Are you all right? You need to see a doctor. Can you breathe? Huh?
Okay.
Are you okay?
Thank goodness you were there.
Patient, is everything all right in there?
Under control. Got her in line.
Tina, what happened?
Where'd your mother? Your mother, she came in there. She had those blankets. She set it on fire. If she locked me in there, of course, she's going to kill me. You have to talk to her. You have to tell her to stop it, to leave me alone.
Tina.
Look, I know you're going to tell me that she's alive and that I'm out of my mind, but I didn't imagine.
How did this happen?
Miss Maria, she had matches. She set it on fire.
I'll be right back. We'll take her to the infirmary.
Yeah. Tina, now listen to me. Now, a doctor is coming to see you tomorrow. A psychiatrist. He's going to help you with these things that you've been seeing, all right?
But I don't need help. Please. I need protection. I need someone to protect me from your mother, because she's not... If you go to the gravesite, you'll see she's not dead. She's not in the ground.
Now, listen to me. I was there this morning, all right? The grave is fine. And there were flowers there and everything, all right?
Then open up the coffin. You'll see she's not in there. Court, she's going to kill me.
No, dear, she won't. Her eyes were wild. She was clutching on my arm with the kind of strength that I never dreamed that Tina had. Then she,
asked me to go out to the cemetery and dig up my mother's grave to make sure that she was still in the coffin.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Look, I've heard you two talk about this for a while now, and it was just so abstract that I couldn't... Obviously, I'm going to help you here, so we've got to do something, anything we can.
I'm just grateful that you finally understand. What did the warden say?
Yeah, nice guy. He thinks that Tina set the fire herself.
Oh, really? Where'd you get the matches?
Good question. You know, all he was worried about was the fact that this all happened during his precious press conference for his computer control system. You know, if I hadn't spotted that light blinking right there on the panel, he would have written the whole thing off as a computer malfunction.
And Jamie was somewhere with an alibi laughing. You know, it had to be a guard or a matron. There's no prisoner that would have that kind of access.
I'm telling you, the door was locked. Matron Moffat was just as concerned as I was. It was real. It was locked.
You can't completely discount another prisoner.
At this point, I'd believe just about anything, but since none of us are in there's no way we'll ever find out.
Well, I'd be willing to punch someone out to get thrown in.
I expect you would, Max, but I don't think there's enough time.
I just can't keep any of this straight in my mind right now. It's all happening so fast, it's just so confusing.
Look, Gord, let's go outside and get some fresh air. Maybe that'll clear your head.
Hey, the shrink's going to check her out tomorrow. The least that can happen is he recommends she get transferred to Cromwell. Not that Cromwell's a grand hotel, but it will take her away from whoever's trying to kill her. Come on.
We are down to very small favors, aren't we? Max. I've had an idea.
What is it?
Would you be able to go over to Llanview Hospital right away and pick up a few things?
Where do you want this?
Put it in the corridor. Maintenance will pick it up later. The patient's been examined. The smoke inhalation didn't do any harm. Thanks to you and Mr. Roberts. Are they keeping her in the infirmary overnight? Yes, under special guard. Tina's talking to Warden Perkins right now. She claims no one gave her any matches. I know. I'm beginning to wonder if Maria Roberts is alive myself. Matron Moffat, the patient is clearly demented.
That fire I put out was real, and I don't think she said it. Sanders, Sharp, what are you standing around for?
Well, I'm just worried about my friend Tina, that's all.
I'll be back in 5 minutes. I want this cell clean.
What about a new mattress?
That can wait till morning when the supply warehouse is open.
I don't like this. You've messed up so many times. Moffat is beginning to think that Tina was set up.
It'll be all right, just as long as Tina continues to claim it's Maria.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Maybe that's right. Maybe we just have to make sure that Tina stays crazy. And I'll be here first thing in the morning to do just that.
Here you are, Tina. Your room all cleaned up. Sanders, what about that wall? You were supposed to scrub it down.
I thought Buzz was going to take care of it. Do I have to do everything?
What else have you got to do? Finish up. I'll be right next door, so don't pull anything with Tina.
But you're not going to leave me alone with him.
You'll be okay. I'll leave the door open.
Hey, listen, Tina, I'm sorry about the fire last night. It must have been pretty rough, huh?
I don't want to talk about it. You just get out of here.
Okay, fine. Except, well, I saw something that was pretty scary last night, too.
Like what?
Like I saw Maria Roberts talking to one of the guards.
What?
Tina, that's right. She's just as alive as you and I are. And when she saw me looking at her, she laughed.
Jamie, don't tell me that. That can't be. I'm the only one who sees her.
No, Tina, I know. I thought you were out of your mind, too, but just until now. Look, maybe together we can prove that she still exists.
Jamie. You're not teasing me, are you?
Tina, no. Maria is alive, and she wants to kill the both of us.
Are you Nurse Dixon, then?
Yes. And you?
I'm Ginger Watson, a psychiatric nurse, formerly from Llanview Hospital.